Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Fiona and I'm a full-time artist. And on this channel, I'd like to take you with me on my artistic journey, whether that means working on public art projects from start to finish, showing you art supplies that I use, making paintings, ceramics, basically any art-related content. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much and I would really appreciate it. Okay, so I have set up a temporary studio space here at my mother's house in one of the empty guest rooms that she had. It is a bit of a long story and I'm not even going to get into it. I'll have a separate video about it eventually, but I'm just not ready to talk about everything that's been happening publicly. But I just knew the best thing for me right now was to spend some time at my mom's place and just get a bit of peace. Let's just say that. So I've set up a temporary studio here and we're going to get kicked off with a new painting. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So this is the temporary studio space and it has very, very nice lighting, nice greenery outside. There's a closet I can store stuff in. We actually found this chair earlier today. A neighbor was throwing it out and we were like, this will work perfectly fine for me. And so we gave it a clean, brought it up. This is a cart that I had actually bought for a studio I had in Brooklyn many, many years ago. And then I gave it to my mom and she'd been using it for her ceramics. So we cleaned that off and it's back. And I just have a 6-foot table here, but, and obviously some paper so I don't get anything on the floor. So what I need to do is buy a tarp, and then I'm going to probably get an 8-foot table and put it across there and take this one and put it here and kind of have an L-shaped space. And then this kind of nook corner here is where I'm just keeping leftover canvases. And Zelda's here, of course. Right, baby? Yeah. So this is the space for now. There's a lot that's going to have to go into making it a studio, but it is totally acceptable and fine. And I'm very, very grateful that I have this space to work in. All right, so let's jump into this painting. It is a 36 by 48 with a 1.5 inch profile. So it is a big one, but I got into the other art fair and I need something as a statement piece. And I thought I would do a super bloom. The first thing I have to do is lay in the composition and the background. So I was concerned that I didn't have enough. I do have some of these Blick Studio paints, but I think just for the background, I'm gonna do a combination of this Blick acrylic and this one, because I usually do kind of a mix for the backgrounds. And that's what I'm going to be using. And first thing, I'm going to use Bosco marker and sketch in a composition. Mom's here with a bucket of water for me, for my brushes. All right, let's do some sketching. Okay, that is the background laid in, and I'm gonna let that dry overnight, but I will be back to work on more tomorrow. See you then. Apparently, I did not realize that I give a lot of people anxiety in my YouTube videos, the way I do this.
Why?
Because most artists use a palette and they dip and then put on the paint, whereas I just squeeze a chunk on. And everyone's like, you just throw paint directly on it. And I'm like, so? Hi friends, I'm having a little cucumber and feta salad with dill. I did some work this morning. Well, I did a lot of computer work, and then I came up, I did a layer of painting, and then Zelda was begging to go out, and I think her clock is all off because I've been up since 2:30 a.m. so I tried to leave her in bed, but if I go, she follows me. And anyway, everything was off this morning, so she was begging to go outside, so I let her out in the yard, and she normally never leaves the yard, but today she decided, I'm gonna take off, and I chased her and I caught her at the bottom of the driveway, thankfully. Literally gave me a panic attack. And then my mom suggested we go into town to get me some coffee, have a little look around. We wandered around the new Japanese market that's there. That was cool. Yeah, now I'm back. These cucumbers are really good. They're from my mom's friend's garden. Homegrown stuff just tastes so good. But anyway, my plan for this painting today is to try and get in basically background base coats. And I'll let it dry, and then I can start doing some details tomorrow. I just came off of doing that barrel project, which I did a super bloom on, so I feel like I'm just doing more of the same, but it's significantly easier because I'm not doing it on like a 3D surface. But that's what's up with me. I hope I can also take a nap this afternoon. So I'm basically gonna work until I'm like, it's nap time. Which I don't know, I might eat and then it might be nap time, but we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys later. I'm just trying to keep my shit together. Not what I need, but normally I'm pretty good at being like, okay, I have a yellow here, so I need something on the opposite corner in that tone. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I've put all the blues together and like all the reds together, and I'm like, whoops. But there's still a lot of layers to go, so I feel like in the details I can potentially balance that out. Yeah. Good morning, friends. It is a new day here in the studio. And yeah, yesterday after I had a little bit of lunch, I was just exhausted and took a nap and then hung out with Zelda. I don't know what she's doing. She's getting into my supplies right now. Zelda, you gonna be a good girl and leave it? Oh, smart girl. So yeah, anywho, we did get a few more color layers on yesterday, just taking my time. So I'm gonna do more today, and it is a beautiful sunny day, so there'll be good lighting in the studio versus yesterday it was kind of dreary. So yeah, I had a much better sleep last night, slept through the night, feel amazing. And we're gonna jump into some painting today. And then I'm also going to sign the bottom of the ceramics that are waiting for me downstairs. So let me show you all the ceramics because I will be glazing those eventually later in this vlog. I'm not sure when between this and the painting, but let me go show you guys. Okay, so here are all the ceramics that are needing done. We do have a little bit of bisque fix because of a lot of this porcelain. There's those little hairline fractures again. So we're gonna put some in before the firing to hopefully help. I don't know what it is about this porcelain specifically that we got. This one's okay, but it's just, you get a lot of these, like, see the little hairline fractures compared to like other porcelain we've used, or in this case, just the stoneware. There's just been no problem. Stoneware is perfectly fine. But this specific porcelain, we've had so much trouble with. So yeah, we've got a batch of the porcelain we used to use, which is a Laguna porcelain, versus, I don't remember the name of this. I'll have to look it up and put it somewhere here for you guys so you can see what it is. But I don't know, we did not like it. This is the last of it, so it's done. But anywho, I have my glazing pencil here, my Amico underglazed blue lead free cone 10. So I'm going to sign the bottoms of these. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this is where I'm currently at. And it's funny, I don't know how to say this, but I'm like not super excited about the color choices right now. And I don't know if it's because I have a bit of a limited palette. Coming here, I like took what I had, and I know it seems like a lot, but then like a ton of these are like the same greens, the same blues, that same orange red. So like the variety's not there. And I know most people like to mix paints. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I like using straight from the tube, and I don't know how to say it. I'm just like, I guess I'm just not excited about what I have here to complete something that's complicated. So I think what I need to do to just get myself pumped up is take a trip to the art supply store and just buy a couple tubes of new paint. And I think that'll get me back on track, because I was just sitting here and like I did a blue on that and then covered it up with this gray, and like, I don't know, the excitement isn't there. So I'm gonna listen to that instinct and go to the paint store, get a couple of different colors, maybe just some lighter colors. All of this is feeling very like deep, moody colors. Just get something a bit brighter into here, maybe like a light pink, which is like typically a favorite of mine to use in everything, that light pink, and I just don't even have any here. So gonna go grab some stuff and then I'll come back and continue from there. Yeah, and I just want to say, I'm not sharing it to like complain, being like, oh, I don't have enough paints, because I'm clear. I do have a lot, but for me as an artist, I know what works for me, and I like working fresh from the tube, and if I'm not excited, I'm not going to work on it. So to get back into that mindset, that's why I'm going. And it's okay to do what you need to do to make yourself excited about working. So let's go to the art supply store. Let me show you what I bought. So I got a few paints from this brand. Here we go, Lucas acrylics. I'm gonna give them a shot. They were on sale and very affordable, so I don't have high hopes, but you never know. I got a few more of the Soho ones. They're not brilliant, but they do the job. I do prefer Liquitex Basics to Soho, but it's comparable. Speaking of Soho, I got just like a pack because once again, it was on sale, so why not? Just some more brushes, because I grabbed what brushes I have, but I realized they were a lot of my mural ones, so the ones I use for house paint are not as great for working on canvas. This is the Lucas one, so you can get it in the tube or like this, but I got a little bit more of the white if I want to do mixing, because like I said before, I would mix some paints. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I would, but I literally did not have white, so can't do much without that. Anywho, let's jump back into it. right, so everything has a background color locked in for now. I'm gonna let stuff dry. This one would obviously need another coat, but I think I could start maybe in this area putting in some details tomorrow and kind of work my way across. But I'm having quite a bit of heel pain in this foot, so I think I'm done standing for today, and I'll get back to it tomorrow. See you then. Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. I am currently taking a walk into town to get myself some small world coffee and just getting a bit of exercise, a bit of this last days of summer sunshine. It is going to be a hot one, hence why I'm by myself and not with Zelda. She would conk out 2 blocks in, but she got her morning walk, so she's good. Anyway, had a productive weekend, did some ceramics, and my mom has prepped the rest of the ceramics for me. She was coating the backgrounds yesterday, so I should be able to jump in whenever I want. I also did some sketches for some of my next paintings, and I'll want to get started on those this week, because just thinking about it, I'm actually 2 months away from Other Art Fair, so that's wild to me, and not a lot of time to do everything I typically do. I also have a mural, not this upcoming weekend, but the one after. This upcoming weekend, I'm going to be in New York City for the Armory show and visiting my friend Lex, and I have friends showing at Clio and art on paper, so I will have a busy art weekend. Then the one after is a mural. The one after that, I'm going down to DC to visit some friends and see my friend Brody's mural unveiling. And the weekend after that is my birthday, and a friend's going to take me out in Philly. So every weekend is packed, so I really need to make my weekdays count now. But I'm saying everything that I have to be doing, but I'm taking a leisurely walk, because sometimes you just need to do that. I was working over the weekend on those ceramics, so I feel like I deserve a little break, right? Mom and I also barbecued. That was delicious. And I made lamb burgers in tzatziki sauce for the first time. So it was good. It was good. Nice, relaxing Labor Day weekend. This is the last of it. So I'm going to go get this coffee, maybe do some sketching, and then come back and do some more work. And I think my mom said she's going to barbecue again tonight. So looking forward to that. But anywho, let's go into town, get some coffee,
and get our week started.
All right, this is where I'm currently at. So I've done about half of this with some dots. This color is pretty close to the center, so I think I'm gonna have to change that color. And then over here, I did the large dots, but then I tried to do the center, but some of these dots on the side were not dry and it smudged, so I have to wait and I'll do another coat of the gold. And then realized this color is either the same or close to this color. I think it is actually the same color. So I think I'm also gonna have to change that color because for some reason, I don't know. I like to create like a triangle effect with the stuff, so I don't like the two of the same color next to each other. But yeah, this is where I'm at the moment. Mom's put on the grill, so we're gonna have some barbecue. And I will see you guys back at this either later tonight or in probably 2 days since I'm busy tomorrow. See you then. Hi friends, so it's been a few days. but I'm about to head over to the Arts Council of Princeton because they're having a zine making workshop. I don't know if they're actually teaching us, but it's basically a really casual drop-in hangout. You can make a zine or you can do whatever you want. It's a part of their sketchbook club though. I will link it below. You should check it out. If you're in the area, it's $10 for a membership, and then you can just like drop in and out, and it should be really fun. So let's go check it out. Good morning, friends. Today is the day of the Armory show, as well as Art on Paper and the Clio Art Fair. So I'm heading into the city with my assistant Chris, who you know, and his lovely girlfriend Caitlin, and we're gonna check out some of the shows. So let's go. Hi friends, it's been a few days. I'm back in the studio here, feeling re-inspired from the Armory art on paper and seeing my friends at Clio. It is officially, as of yesterday, 2 months until Other Art Fair. So I have a lot that I have to do. Mainly finishing this painting, which will be part of the background, and getting other paintings started. It's going to be a lot. I do have some sketches and ideas for the other paintings. I do need to get started getting in like those base coats and continuing to get the details into this one. So I think I'm gonna jump in and keep working on the details on this one, and then when it gets to a point where it has to dry, I'll move it aside and get one of the other ones started. So it is gonna be a painting day to day. It's also, unfortunately, storming very badly outside, pretty much the whole day. So I'm gonna have to work with these yellow lights on, which is not ideal. As a painter, I like to use natural light, and sometimes the yellow light kind of throws the colors off and I don't make the decisions that I would want to make, but we're gonna give it a shot and get into this. Let's do it.
Big and cool. That was a very exciting oopsie garden thing. And also kind of the most exciting, like the sunflowers were a highlight for me. I just haven't been in the mood to vlog, but me and Sad Shrimps did a really cool collaboration and I filmed some of it and I wanted to share it. So we're here with the new vlog. I'm excited to be here. Grab your water. I don't have mine.
Last chance to save $50.
Good morning, friends. It is the next day, and everything seems to have dried in pretty well. The colors are looking good. Only thing is, I can see a little something going on with the colors in this, you know, versus this. I don't know if I mind it, honestly, but I might go over it. We'll see. But everything else looks good to me. I remember working on this last night and being like, I could barely see that on there, but it's really popping now. But I'm happy with it. So I can go into the next stages of this. But what I might do is get into the closet here. Move this out the way. And start laying in some compositions for another one. So I think that might be the first thing I do before getting into the details, because yeah, my head's feeling a little fuzzy this morning, so I don't know if I'm in a detail mind, but let's jump into it. blocked in this guy. Some of the colors will need a second coat, especially this orange. But a good start for this one. And then these two I haven't gotten started yet. What's good about kind of blocking things in is I can make sure that everything's feeling, I guess, differentiated enough. It's kind of dark in the hallway, but my super bloom is here and I'm like, okay, this one already feels distinctly different from it, which is good. And then this one will be different yet again. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop now, have some dinner, and come back later and see what I can do. The problem is it's been getting darker earlier and earlier, and basically working with these yellow lights, it really does affect my color choices. So like you can see, I have this sitting here, so that's what I know I want for this big bloom. And maybe I'll just plan out the rest of the colors for these, so then when I come in later, it's like, okay, I'm just blocking in, I'm not actually making choices. So anyway, I'm gonna have some dinner and I'll be back either later or tomorrow. Good morning, friends. Back in the studio here. You can see that's what I did yesterday, and then I was up in the middle of the night and I got started on this guy. But today is going to be some ceramics, so I'm gonna get myself together and head downstairs and get going on those. Let's do it. Okay, so this one I'm gonna do my colorful marks on. I'm gonna do that first. And then these other four, I'm not exactly sure, but I need to finish. So we can do a firing with the ones I'd finished over there. And then all these ones in the middle also still need to get done. So too much to do, not enough time. Jamie's here, Zelda's here. Let's get some work done.
Is the living room. It's quite spacious. It's quite nice and breezy and bright all
ahead of you, 20 years ahead of you, and she was showing you the way. Oh, I see.
All right, finishing up for the evening. Dark out again. I did finish 4 more. So my mom has clear coated it. You can kind of see, especially on this little guy here, the marks coming through. So these are all ready to be fired. And then there's some more in the kitchen. So this one I just finished. It's gonna be a light blue with the bonsai pattern. And then my mom glazed some earrings for me. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna do these guys and then work on some of the other ceramics. The thing is, the earrings and the stuff I did today, that's all gonna be one firing. And then the other leftover ceramics, which I think are 9 pieces, are a different type of clay, so it has to be a different type of firing. So that's why these are getting prioritized over the vases. But yeah, I'm gonna probably work here tomorrow morning and then switch back over to the other room to do the vases. So I'll see you in the morning. Bye.
This when you leave it sitting, not touching it.
Just a sneaky peek. Just a sneaky peek. Earrings. Aw. The white ones, the black and white came out fine.
Good.
So far, they look good. You're not moving this one? Voila. Yay, none of them fell or stuck together.
Remember I said
Oh yeah,
it's kind of uneven, but
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
see.
that? That's just me and my glazing, but I mean, still okay.
Yeah, it's kind of dreamy. I don't mind it. Oh, I love the warm green.
love the colorful mark one. It's so cute. Oh, it's too hot to touch. It's so cute. Also, that's that same indigo blue on the inside. It works really well with that pattern.
The pouring, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. I know you like the Celadon, but I really like the indigo, like the kind of denim one, especially with this pattern. It's just something really playful and nice about it. All of Maria's. Pretty.
Lovely.
Yay.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. Can I actually pick them up? Or are they like too hot? Can I reach it? Cute. A successful firing. Everything came out really well. Yay.
Good morning, friends. Delta also says good morning. It's the morning of Trenton Art All Day, where I'll be doing a mural panel, and my head is literally booming. I've had a migraine attack for this will be my 3rd day. I've done all my usual things to try and help it, but there's a hurricane spinning nearby off the coast here, and I think it just needs to pass. I'm hoping. Hurricane season is usually pretty rough on the head, combined with stress. I haven't been sleeping well. I've been having too much caffeine. I've had too much chocolate, and I just got my period. So all those combinations of things are definitely triggers for me, and they all seem to be converging at once with this hurricane. So it's like right now, just the pain. Just even touching behind my ear hurts so much, and I'm so nauseous. But I have to somehow pull myself together, load up the car, and go do this thing today. I was meant to go to a concert with friends last night in the city and visit some friends at an art fair, and I canceled because the severity of the head pain I was having from this attack. And yeah, this is probably the worst one I've had in a very long time. But we're gonna go out there today and do what we can. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and it's great that I'm able to do something nearby Princeton during this time. But guys, this is gonna be a hard day. We're gonna do it though. We're gonna rally. All right, let's do it. Well, it's definitely a beautiful day out here. Nice and quiet on the waterfront. And I'm trying to find where they're meant to be set up. This is the address I was given, but maybe they're not here yet. I'm a little early. So I'm gonna have a look around and see. bad for a few hours work. This is what the back of it looks like. Good morning, friends. I'm here with Zelda. I'm gonna work on some ceramics today. Yeah, I had fun at the event yesterday despite the ongoing migraine attack. It is still ongoing today, but I'm going to stop taking a painkiller for it because I think I'm causing a rebound attack, which if you're someone that also gets migraine or has a chronic migraine, sometimes when you take the medication every day, it can just keep you in this cycle. So I'm gonna kind of, I don't want to say suffer through it, but I'm going to do that today and see if that helps. The hurricane in the area moved off yesterday that was off of our coast, so I'm hoping now that that's out of the area, I can start to lighten up. It's like behind my ears, like the temples. That's, oh, anyway, enough complaining. I'm going to just sit here and do some glazing. Let's get into it. I think something that's been on my mind, and maybe it's because Maria was talking to our friend Liz on the Try Not to Curse podcast. I'll link it below. Her episode was very good. I was also in an episode and I'll link it, but I did not talk about this particular subject, but Maria talked about being an interdisciplinary artist, which I never viewed myself as that for the longest time because all I did was like drawings on paper. But now, obviously I have a ceramic business with my mom. I'm a painter and show at art fairs. And then the other thing I do is public art. So I've kind of went from sort of just this 2D on paper artist to working on all these different mediums. And yeah, it can be interesting to know what to categorize yourself as. I just tell people I'm a visual artist and say it's across different mediums, but I do sometimes think to myself, if I were to just focus on, say, ceramics, public art, or even painting alone, would then that really thrive for me? I feel good because I feel like I am thriving in all these things, but I don't know how to say this. Like the whole aspect of like, can you master something if you're like kind of split between different mediums? I don't know. For me, I enjoy that I can, like yesterday, I was on a public art project and did that, and then I can come here today and sit and work on ceramics after doing something so physical. For me as someone with chronic illness, and you know, it's very hard to do public art. And I wonder even how long that'll last. I think I got started too late doing it, and I can just feel in my bones that I don't know. I think a lot would have to change with my chronic illness if I really want to continue it for a long time. Or I would have to get to a point where I can hire a crew where maybe they do, you know, the priming and the blocking in of shapes if I can get them a composition. It's so hard. I freehand everything. Like, I would have to project a design and have them block it in, and then I would do the details. I don't know. I've thought about this, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, Fiona, should you just focus on one thing? Like if I really were to spend all my time
on ceramics. Like this just say like next year, you know what? I'm not gonna work on painting. I'm not gonna work on public art. I'm just going to work on ceramics. Like, would that really take off for me or something? I don't know. But to the same degree, I like doing all these different things, and it's, as an artist, I feel it's also profitable to not put all your eggs in one basket. Murals are definitely the largest lump sum, or when I do an art fair and it does well, it's a very large sum of money. Whereas the ceramics, it's a smaller amount, but more consistent over the year. Like I get more sales through that than anything else. But yeah, I guess it's good to just not put all your eggs in one basket from a business standpoint. But yeah, from like a passion standpoint, sometimes I wonder, I'm like, if I were to focus on one thing, then would I just become like really, like that would take off for me? I don't know. It's interesting. I know what I feel is that I want to work on all of these things. So I'm going to keep doing that. But I wonder if there'll come a day where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do this one thing, and then what will that look like? But let me know in the comments, do you guys focus on one particular medium, and how do you feel about that? Or are you like me and you kind of have an aesthetic, a visual language, and you put that across different mediums? I would like to hear from you. All right, I'm going to take a break and then get back to this. See you in a bit. Good morning. My frames have arrived, so I am going to open them and see what they look like. It's weird to have frames without finished paintings, but that is what my timing looks like. So we're going to open these and take a look. So here's my 8-foot wall, and those are the two pieces. So there's space, but we'll just say it's not as generous as my last hang, because this piece was vertical, so there was a lot more air around it, but it'll work. It'll work. Then with the shelf underneath it with the ceramics, it'll work. It'll work. But obviously it's hard to tell without this finished what it'll all be. I mean, that one is more or less, that's gonna be the size of the wall, maybe a little bit shorter, but that'll be there. And then this will be on the opposing wall with another one. With this, I'm just unsure, does it hang alone, or maybe something small, some works on paper underneath it? Because I do still have those little ones in the little wood frames, and I might just
bring them down in price because I think people felt like maybe it was too much. But yeah, okay. At least none of the frames are damaged. Everything looks good. So, yeah, that's an update.